Hi. How you doing? Alright.
Okay, so I've been drawing for a while now. I grew up in an art studio and I've drawn every day since 2020, I think. Somewhere around there, 2020. But I've been drawing my whole life is all I'm saying. So I have a very fat bookshelf full of sketchbooks from all of my years of drawing. I'm not very good, but I like to do it. So I'm gonna I have 5 fat sketchbooks here. These vary from, I think, 2018, 2019 to, let's say, about maybe 2023, 2022, somewhere around there. So, yeah, I'm trying to get them in order of oldest to newest real quick. I think, okay, so yeah, there they are. We're gonna go through them together because my old art is pretty scary. Because I was, I think 10 years old in this first one. Okay, so I hope you can see this because my camera really sucks because I'm recording this on my laptop because my camera right here doesn't have an SD card in it, so it doesn't let me record videos on it, which sucks because the quality's better on there. So eventually, if I do keep posting on here, the quality will be better. Yeah. So this is our first culprit. It is Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. I think I was 10 years old when I drew this. It was, I want to say, late, or 2019, 2020? Yeah, I'm 16 now. Here's King from the Owl House. This was when season 1 was the only season out. It was right after season 1 came out. On the board it says King of Cute, but I crossed it out and I put thick with 2 C's. I guess because I messed up on the legs. Yeah. Got another. Oh hey, we actually have a time frame. It says last drawing of 2019 down here, so this was in fact 2019. There's another Izuku Midoriya. There was and there's an Uwu. I remember there was some kind of artist online and they were like, this is how I draw My Hero Academia, and I used to go off of it all the time. Yeah, cause here's me drawing their eyeballs. There's Deku, I guess, and there's Uraka, and there's a Deku I drew without an eraser, and there's some cute anime eyeballs underneath there. Okay. Here's another Kinger. Which, that one's kind of scary. The eyeballs scare me a little bit. They kind of look like Five Nights at Freddy's. We got another Deku. Except he's unfinished. Oh, here we go. We got a colored one. Ignore the soup. I went by soup online when I was a little baby. So, yeah, there's Kinger. And I was 10 years old when I drew these. Because now we actually have a time frame. I turned 11 in 2020. But I was 10 until August. So, yeah. There's, I'm going to assume that's a humanized red guy from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. When he leaves the show, and he has, the scarf, and he's like, I'm gonna go work my job. I think that's what it's supposed to be, I think. I remember this page. So, in the, season 1 intro, from what I can remember, there's a scene where he has a plushie fort or whatever, and I was making all the plushies my favorite shows when I was little. So we got Dexter up there, there's Powerpuff Girls, Totoro, Baby Clarence, I'm crying. We got Gurr, Chowder, I think that's the squid. Oh no, that's the alien from Steven Universe. Then we got Darwin and We Bare Bears, because yeah, I really love cartoons. If you can't tell, I'm wearing my SpongeBob shirt. I got Spider-Man and Pushing behind me. And They Might Be Giants, if you can see that far. Which those aren't cartoons, but whatever. Then we got My Hero Academia, which you can hardly see because my camera's literal trash. But whatever. It's okay. It's okay for now. I need to stop doing that. Anyway. So here's Bill Cipher and King T-posing. And it says, what does it say? Remember, life is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Buy gold, buy. And then I wrote my signature at the time with Chill Boys with an I. You can tell the time frame this was. And I got a mask and Bill Cipher. Yeah. we're like a quarter into this. This video is gonna be pretty long, but it's okay, cause I like to talk. We got another Kinger with my old signature, which was trying to be like the Powerpuff Girls font. So yeah, there's that. Here's my TV head phase, where all I drew for the longest freaking time was TV heads. I was really obsessed with like, I guess like old Tumblr photos, but I didn't know what Tumblr was, so I'd just be looking up aesthetic photos back in 2019, and I'd be like, yeah, so aesthetic. I don't know what this is. This is a bunch of My Hero Academia names with check marks next to them. I got shading or something. More TV heads, yeah. Some more TV heads. I remember when I was little, I really wanted to go down to Goodwill and get like an old CRT screen so I could make my own TV head. I still want to do that. It would be fun. We got Chihiro Fujisaki from Danganronpa. Oh, hey, oof. Yeah, Danganronpa. That was a phase I had, but it's okay. And we got, I guess I was just drawing, like, I remember this, I was, like, going into Gacha Life, and I was drawing outfits I made, so that one's kind of cute, to be honest. And then we got My Hero Academia stick figures, I think. What does that say? Yeah, Zuko and Katsaki, Bakugo, and some hands. Going backwards. It's like oil pastel I was doing. I think I was supposed to do a sunset. I'm actually decent at oil pastels now. Ooh, hello. We got, I think this was my first Sona at the time. I don't remember his name, but he looks like the guy from Toilet Bound. Hanako-kun? Is that what it's called? Something like that? I don't know, I haven't watched that in a while. And we got the mask guy again. Yeah. I don't really watch anime anymore, so it's so strange seeing like my anime face when I was little. We got this that was apparently drawn on August 3rd. That's Doko. And that's Kinger, I'm guessing? I don't know. Ooh. Then we got that guy from BT21. I don't remember his name, but he was the gray and white guy. He was a big old robot. I think he has a wig on. Wonder if I was trying to draw him like Yuri from Doki Doki. Because, hold on. Where is she? Oh, I was a Yuri fan when I was little. I should not have been into Doki Doki Literature Club at the ripe age of 8 years old. But alas, I was. Yeah. Anyway. There's like a page with like doodles, and I remember these. These are from when I was 11 or 12. Because it was 2021 TikTok where everyone wanted that like cute core aesthetic style with the bunny hats. Yeah, you can tell. And then sometimes when I'm going through here, I like to kind of redraw it. So there's the redraw from 2022, which I don't remember what that says, but let's say average Danganronpa fan. Maybe back in 2021. I don't know the average fan now. And then that was last year's redraw, which is really ugly. I hate that. And then that's also technically last year's, but that was like, I don't know. It was late 2025, apparently. Oh, there's one from 2023 down there also, which says emo. Okay, something that really breaks my heart while I'm looking through here is like, younger past me would go through here, and on, like, sad vent art, I would write, emo! And I'm like, that's you! Why are you bullying yourself? Stop that! And then I'm wondering why I'm telling that to my past self for some reason. But whatever. Anyway, there's another one. And then there's my son up here, and there's another emo being screamed. I think I drew that when I was 13, probably. We love when your past self draws stuff where they're like, stop being emo! Girl, you are the emo! What do you mean? Anyway, back in 2020, I had a Discord server, and there was 2 people dating, and that was like their fan child. Don't ask me, I didn't make it. They made it, and then I drew it, because I was like, oh, that's so cute. Anyway, there's more TV heads. Again, I said I really, really like TV heads. I had a very big TV head phase. I remember one of my old sketchbooks, which I don't have anymore. I don't know where it went. It was like a BTS sketchbook, and it had like Doki Doki Literature Club as TV heads, and I remember that very vividly. I need to draw that again from memory. And then here's like a little witch thing. I think it's from that one Lavender Town video where it was like, animating and flip a clip. And I was like, that's a cute little witch doodle. You're coming with me, buddy. So yeah. Oh, here's another thing that's evidence of, like, me loving, like, Tumblr when I was little for some reason. But I didn't know what Tumblr was until I was, like, maybe 12. I don't know. Well, like, I knew what it was, but I didn't know what it was. You know, you get what I'm saying, maybe. But yeah, I was really obsessed with, like, Tumblr aesthetics when I was 9-10 years old. Oh. It says all the best on that page. I think it's because of Melanie Martinez. I also had a really big Melanie Martinez phase. We don't talk about that about her. There's Circus Baby and, like, an OC. Those really suck. It's so cute. And then we have UVU. Like the cutesy uwu, except with a V instead of a W, because it looks like a little duck mouth, and that's cute. We got like a flower scratched out on this page, the flower that everyone draws always. Oh, we got a bigger one. Except I went a little off center there, but whatever. Oh my god. Some mountains. Oh, that's some beautiful shading, younger me. Well, thank you. Older me. Oh, we got some ghost. Ooh, spooky. So spooky. I like that alien one, actually. That one's really cute. Hello. There's scribbles. Ooh. Wow, that's a big old page of My Hero Academia stick figures. I like the Mina one. I'm assuming that's Mina. Yeah, because it's an alien. I'm gonna try and zoom in. Yeah, I wrote Bakugo saying, die you darn nerd instead of die you damn nerd, because if I wrote damn in my sketchbook when I was 10 years old, I would have been killed. So, ooh. That's a rough one. It's a little rough. We got some eyeballs again. Once again, I really like drawing eyeballs for some reason. I like the Kacchan one. He looks really pissed off. I guess I was trying to draw All Might, and then I scribbled it out. I don't like to scribble out my stuff now. I get mad when I do that. Anyway, so this page. This is like the iconic drawing, to me at least. Because look how many times I've redrawn this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. That's a lot of times. So that's 2021. It's 2022. I love this page because you can see how my style has evolved. It's so cool. To me, at least, sorry. 2021. 2022. 2022 also, I guess. 2023. I think that's 2025. And then late 2025 when I low-key drove so bomb, bro. But yeah, and then that one's 2020 and it says it down here. And then this page. We get a beautiful Todoroki. He looks so beautiful. Should have hired me to work on My Hero Academia at this point. And then we have edgy blood dripping. Because red like my heart. I don't know where I was going there. Then we got some Amores. Because of course we have some Amores. I know for a fact this was 2021. So I had the baddest Amore phase, bruh. Baddest Amore phase. I had like the little acrylic stands they sold in 2022. And I ended up giving them to my friend. So RIP to that $15 I spent. And then I think this is when I was going through it the other month ago. Which that Amore kind of sucks, but it's whatever. Or wait. No, that's Amore. Sunny's the real world, right? I think. I don't know. I tried replaying Amore. I pirated it, by the way. Do not support Omo Cat. Don't do that, twin. But yeah, I pirated the game, and I've been trying to play it, but I can't. I don't know. Not my kind of game anymore. And then we got like storyboards, which is literally just AIM Kids. I've got some following to do, because when I was like freshly 11, ooh, we got Just Monica on this page. Ooh, when I was freshly 11, I got really obsessed with AIM Kid and the way she draws, and I was like tracing her all the time. So I don't know if you'd be able to see that in any of these, but you can definitely see the influence in my later sketchbooks. And then got like a bunny, and it says 2020 above it, so I guess I drew that in 2020. Oh, sorry. Oh, and then I did a redraw, 2021. I realize that was a redraw page, huh? And then, yeah. That was my Sona when I was 10. Actually, yeah. For when I was like 10 to 11, that was my Sona. And his name was Soup, which you can tell by all my signatures. But that thing, I hate that thing now. Every time I see it, I feel like I want to beat it to a pulp and eat it as tofu. Anyway, so there's Boyfriend from 2021. You can tell this was 2021. There's one. There's Aubrey from Amori again. There's a random anime girl. There's another random anime girl. This was like a gacha tuber right here that used to be active, but then like one day she just deleted all her social media, and I was really sad because she was making like an Ina voice acted series, and 11-year-old me was gonna voice the shepherd from what episode was that? Temptation Stairway? Like the red and white masked guy. I love the shepherd. Still my favorite. But yeah, and then she just kind of deleted everything, and I still wonder what happened to her. If you're watching this, hi, it's me, Soup, from 2020, or 2021, whenever that was. Yeah, and then more anime girls on that page. A little thing that says, what is this? Okay, anyway. Oh, Mars is on that page. Let's see. Ooh, got some Five Nights at Freddy's doodles. We got Candy Cadet. We got the Marionette. We got another Marionette. We got, I'm assuming that was Helpy, because I was really obsessed with Helpy. There's Marionette again. There's that gotcha tuber again twice. Whoa. And then we got Carl the Cupcake. Yes, of course we do. You gotta have Carl the Cupcake, bro. You gotta freaking have him. Ina! We have Ina doodles. Holy moly. I still need to play Dream Barbecue. I waited freaking years for that game to come out, and I still haven't played it. I'm a fake Ina fan. Anyway, there's that Human Mooney that was popular in 2020, 2021. Somewhere around there. There's Ina. There's another Ina. There's the shepherd I was talking about. And there's some hair. Cool. It's nice. Na 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 Ina. I need to figure out what that's from. I've been saying na 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 Ina constantly for the past however long. There's like a koi fish milk carton from 2020. I need to go back to dating my art. Got a Human Freddy. Let's really call him Human Freddy. We got this OO box, which I'm pretty sure there's a bigger drawing of that OO box in here, if I remember correctly. We got some furries and kimonos. Pretty real for that. That one's kind of cute. Actually, they're all decently cute, to be honest. I think I was just too hard on myself back then. You know, some more? I forgot what that guy was called, but that was my first Sona at the time. And if you watched Yokai Watch when you were younger, you can tell I liked Yokai Watch. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I was taken from Goma-san, or whatever his name was, the little cat brothers, or whatever they are. And then there's more 2021 little anime stuff, Cute Core, or whatever it was. Yeah, it's a little sunny. Yeah, I really liked Amore and stuff. Oh, that was Yuri up there. Did not realize that. It's hard for me to read when I'm showing it up here. That's why I'm, like, moving around constantly. We got Aubrey again. And some eyeballs. There's the OO I was talking about. This. I'll think about this drawing every day. Not this one. The colored one. This is like... This is it. Come on. The OO box head drawing. Give me chills. Oh, and there was me planning to make a TV head, I guess. See, I was obsessed with TV heads. Let me tell you, lad. I have been telling you, actually. Sorry, this video is almost 20 minutes already. I just really like talking while I go through these. This is gonna be like an hour long. And we got, what's the face, Lefty? And Helpy. And then I guess I went back and I tried to do a redraw, and that one's really bad. And then I went back like a month or two ago and I drew it again and I ate. And did I drew the other one? No, I only drew Lefty. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it says FNAF 6 has humans, also girls. Ho-oh. Sure, you're real for that. Then we have Kyoko, the TV head, which gender female, age 15/16. Oh my gosh, I'm older than Kyoko. Is a TV head. Her personality is happy, novos, positive, and she has no job. Okay, real Kyoko, me too. I'm not a TV head, but I feel you, twin. Then we got like this Animal Crossing page that I guess I was gonna fill out with like all my Animal Crossing villagers. I really regret resetting my island. I worked on that for a while, and then one day I was like, I want to do a new island. Reset. All that work gone down the drain. Because there's the puppet again. There's some math, I guess. Yeah, there's some math. Cool. What does that say? Don't know. There's some more anime doodles on here, but they're all really light. I don't know if you'd be able to see them. There they are. Hey, we're almost done. We got like 2 pages left. Or 3, 4. Then, when I was younger, I was really obsessed with Andy Matronic's videos. And have you seen like the 5-hour cosplay video challenge? I was obsessed with that. And I remember I used to try and do the cosplay, like the challenge with them while they were playing on my TV in the background. And I'd do that for hours, and it was awesome. Anyway, there's more marionettes and Mangle, I'm guessing? It looks like Mangle. And I'm guessing that's Lolbit in the corner there. The AIM Kid. You can see the AIM Kid on this page. I feel like for 50% or like a pretty big percent of Lemon Demon fans, you have to go through an AIM Kid phase of drawing. Like, I feel like that's at least 50% of Lemon Demon fans, or at least back when I got into Lemon Demon, which was mid-2020? Yeah, mid-2020. Because, again, I saw AIM Kid. And I was like, oh, fuck, that's gonna be my art now. Yeah, more FNF. And then more bullying at the bottom where it says AIM Kid wannabe. You are the AIM Kid wannabe! That is you, bro. Oh, hey, and we did it. We're at the end. Your sketchbook number 1 only took us 20 minutes. Prepare for more. Sorry, this is taking a while. But I want to go through all these sketchbooks. Because I'm bored. I don't got nothing else to do. I don't know if you got anything else to do, but I sure as flipped out. Sorry, the cover just came off. Anyway, so this is 6th grade. The horror story. 6th grade was a rough time for me, as it is for every 12-year-old. So, prepare. Because I was an edgy 12-year-old. So, So, here we go. This was October 21st, 2021. There's some doodles. We got red from Dick Figures up there, because of course we do. That was like my OC. That was my Sona. You remember like the weird tofu guy that was in the other book with the leaf sticking out of his head that I said I would eat like tofu? That was the girl human version, which I just turned into my Sona because I was like, I don't want... God damn it, dude. Paper just... I need to watch my language. I need to stop being a swearwolf, bro. I gotta be a werewolf, not a swearwolf. Okay, God lord. Okay. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna do this without these papers falling everywhere, because I guess I just broke this thing. Or I think it's been broken, to be honest. I'm just gonna take that paper out and hope this works. Okay. A, B, C, D, O. Okay, I think we're okay. Gonna have to be careful, though. So, we got Cuphead. Really weird Cupheads, actually. 2021, I was replaying a lot of Cuphead, because I was grounded from all my electronics for a year, so I had nothing else but play Cuphead. So yeah, I played a lot of Cuphead. So here we got Mug, or that's not Mug Man, I said Doodle. Ooh, that's a comic up there. I'll read that in a second after I go to the rest of the page. There's Mug Man, just a little doodle where I guess I was brain dead, or what does that say? Win 3 melatonin. Why was I having 3 melatonins at a time? Who knows? I was 12 years old. There's me sitting in the treehouse. And then we got me ex Matt from Ed's World. Lore time. When I was 12, or when I was 11 to 12 years old, I had the fattest crush on Matt from Ed's World. Yes, the spiky-haired ginger guy. You can... My hair's spiky like him right now. I had the fattest crush on him. Anyway, when I was 11, this is not related to the story, but it's related to... My thing stopped recording. So, again, when I was 11, and I really liked Matt from Ed's World, in my room, I had 2 shrines of him. Yes, shrines. I had one that was hidden behind a Hatsune Miku poster, and I had one that was hidden in a little toy locker that was painted to look like Lemon Demon. I really liked Matt from Matt's World. So yeah. And when I say shrine, it was like drawings I made of him and then I would tape them on my wall. Yeah. Which now I don't even hide it in a shrine, I just go ahead and put it on my wall. So, and, yeah. And then up there's a comic about it. First frame says, "Why do you simp for Matt?" This one says, "That's the..." What does that say? That's the part? That's something. I'm gonna say that says "that's a lie" right there. And then right there it says Ed's World Poster. Oh, Ed's World Posted. And then the last same phrase says "the person above me lied," which this person's saying they lied. AKA, no, I don't like Matt. Yeah, I like Matt from Ed's World. Which now I feel I'm more of a Tom, Ed kind of gal. I'm Ed leaning, but I love Tom Scarborough. I have a poster signed by him on my wall over there. I didn't meet him, but I have, yes, ASDF poster. Love that stuff movie. Anyway, there's a witch. It's so hard to freaking read my handwriting. Holy crap. I cannot read. Anyway, so there's like Halloween doodles, because I guess it was Halloween or something. There's 4 from BFB, because if you must know, I also had a really big alternative phase. Not alternative phase, I'm rating alt style on here, because 2021. I had a really big, what was I on about? BFB phase, object show phase. Sorry, I'm really brain dead right now. Then we got more doodles of my Sona, which I guess Soup got renamed to Kiki, apparently? Which I'm guessing that's because of my dog, who's now dead, R.I.P. Kiki. I think of you every day. And, Kiki's Delivery Service. I like this one at the bottom that says, "Who you gonna call? Your mother." I like that one. That makes me a little haha giggle. And we got from when I was really wanting to draw like Garfield at the time. Because, again, I'm grounded from all electronics, so we used to go to the library a lot. And I would always check out the Garfield comics. And I'd try and trace Jim Davis's style. Which is real. That was real with me, I think. I'm not reading out all this. There's like a fat doodle page, and there's like a bunch of rambles on the side. That was a self-portrait of me at the time, which you can tell I've changed, and also, I gained glasses, which I don't wear them when I'm home, because I can see up close, I just can't see from far away. But yeah, I'm still showing you it. So yeah, there's a lot of doodles, more aim kid. Lots of doodles, you know how that middle school life be. I don't know about you guys, but middle school was hell for me. I was bullied every day, you can tell. Or you can't maybe, I don't know. I was bullied terribly in middle school, which I'm not anymore because I'm a sophomore. But yeah. That was my friend group at the time. I'm still friends with both of them, we just don't all hang out together anymore. Like, we're all still mutually friends, but it's not friend group, you feel me? Yeah, I think. I hope. Yeah. Then we have, like, when my art style was changing, and it says, getting chilly. Yeah, a lot of anime doodles. I think it was because I was trying to catch up on My Hero Academia at the time. Because, again, grounded can't do much, so I'd go to the library and I'd get the manga. Or the manga. Sorry, I'm, like, really... I used to be all hip with the anime, but I don't know anymore, so anytime I start talking about anime, I feel like a grandma, which I am kind of a grandma, but it's okay. Then we have, like, humanized, like, coffee cup. We got, what was his name? There's Father Joe, coffee cup. We got, what does that say? Mother Tiana. We got object show stuff. And then we got, what is his name? Uncle Bub? Yeah, we got Uncle Bub because he's a beer glass. And then we got, what was her name? Aunt Wanda, and she's a wine glass because it's like, you know, the wine aunt. I really hate alcohol. I don't know why I do those. Then we have Yuri. DDLC, because of course we do. As you can tell, I really liked Yuri. Yuri's still my favorite. Sayori's tied. But, you know, you pick your favorite when you first find out what DDLC is and you stick with her. That's just the way it goes. 1, 2, 3, I want Yuri. I think so. We got more Imkid. Can really see the influence on this page. I'm pretty sure that one was just traced. Yeah, lots of Imkid. That's the bunny from Stupid Horse. We got Monica. And Masona. Also, I replayed Doki Doki like a few weeks ago. That game is so depressing. Okay, pause. I know the game's depressing, but like, I didn't remember it being like that bad. Because I've never played it for myself. I've been like, I don't know how to say it. I've been scared shitless of playing Doki Doki for all these years. And then finally over winter break, I was like, I'm a man up. I'm gonna play DDLC and I'm gonna beat it in one sitting. I had to call my friend Andy up, and I was like, Andy, I'm scared. Call me while I play this. And so he and I, we called, and I beat DDLC. I cried several times. I do not remember that game being that sad. Because I know, like, okay. Sorry, I'm just going on a tangent right now. I gotta yap. Because I know Sayori. You know what happens to Sayori. That's, like, the big shocker piece. I was shaking, and my heart was pounding, and I started sobbing. Which, I've seen gameplays of DDLC. I've been a part of the DDLC community since 2018, I think. And that broke me, dude. I was like, oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, and then the poems that Natsuki and Yuri and Sayori, alright, dude, I think I cried more over the poems than the actual, like, shock value. Like, dude, even thinking about their poems make me cry. I'm tearing up right now. We're not gonna talk about that anyway. More DDLC. Like, all of Sayori's poems, the Happy Thought Jar poem. Sorry, I'm not crying right now, you are. Okay, anyway. We got more doodles. We're just gonna move on from me tearing up at the thought of the DDLC poems because they're really sad and they break my heart. I think this was when my friend came and visited. I think so, yeah, that looks like it. Yeah. And she was really taller than me, which, okay, I'm really short, so, yeah, I'm very short. Or at least everyone says I'm short, which I'm like, shut up, I know it. I'm sorry I got the short genes. And I'm fine with being short, I like being short. Anyway, so we got more OC doodles, more. There's a lot of OC stuff in here. There's also a lot of fandom stuff. Of course. Oh, this was the 6th grade friend group, doodles. That was Spotty, and that was Spotty's girlfriend. Because, yeah. And they were in love, and I remember that was so fun. I miss them. And we got Nintendo Switch as a human, I guess. And that one's saying your mum. And then there's, like, an iPhone that's saying what? Ooh, we got the soup page. You get to see all the soup's looks. So, in 6th grade, I redesigned Soup to kind of look like that big guy from SpongeBob Big Guy Pants-Okay. I'm sorry. From the guy from My Hero Academia who has, like, the teeth and he's pretty big. Big as in, like, he's literally huge. Like, I'm not calling him fat. I'm saying he's actually, like, you know, tall. Sorry, the more I try to elaborate, it just seems like I'm calling him fat. I'm not. Anyway, so yeah. He was inspired off of that character, which I do not remember his name, but I remember he wore orange, and he had, like, a mask, and he had big old teeth. He was my favorite. So, of course, you know, I had to make a character that's literally him copy and pasted, but it was just Soup. Yeah. Do you see the beanie he's wearing? One day in 6th grade, it was like hat day. You can wear hats today. I got a beanie, and I cut out 2 cartoony eyeballs out of paper, and I taped them onto the beanie. And I went to school like that. I think about that a lot. Oh my gosh, doodles from my friend and me. So there's my doodle, and then there's my friend's doodle. I'm not gonna name drop her because she'll kill me if I name drop her, but you know who you are. You know who you are. Maybe. I don't think you watch my personal account. You do watch my main account, though. You were watching my old animations in class the other day, and I was crying because of it. No, I wasn't, but I was cringing very hard. Because you had the volume up. Sorry. Let's go on our little tangent here. Sorry. I got more stuff. Is that supposed to be Sayori? We have Sayori on a swing, and she's like all bandaged up for some reason. And then we got more OC stuff. Because of course we got OC stuff. Little Shop of Horrors. You do not know how much I love this musical. This is my number one thing I've ever watched ever. I'm insane about this movie. In musical / whatever. 1986 Little Shop of Horrors. Oh, I really like it. Anyway, so these were doodles after my first watching, which you can tell there's Audrey too, there's Mr. Motionnik, and there's Seymour, and that's the scene where he's like, Seymour, tell me what you feed Audrey to or you're going to the police. And then he dies. And then there's the scene where he's chopping up Oren and Mr. Motionnik sees. And then there's Audrey and Seymour as Ghost, because I would like to say my first viewing of Little Shop of Horrors, I saw the bad ending, which, like, I think seeing that ending where Audrey 2 takes over the world with, like, the trains and stuff, I don't know, I might put, like, a little thing here to show if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like, all the puppetry changed my brain chemistry. That scene made me think, this is what I'm gonna dedicate next. How many years has it been now since I've seen it? 5. The next 5 years of my life, too. So yeah, anyway. So there's more furry stuff. Which those are decently cute, actually. I like this. We got Blocky in a dress going, hey guys, for a prank. We got My Melody. We got Hello Kitty. We got the OC I had for a little bit. Got that one, and then Buttons is one I remember. And we got a knife in a head? Hello, I don't remember that. Yeah, and then these two right here, Buttons and What's-Her-Face Patches. I remember these two were in love. And I barely drew them, but they were in love. 1, 2, 3, I Want Yuri, I guess. We got 4 from BFB, and we got a skeleton here. Oh, so I guess I stopped going by Soup on December 9th, 2021. That's when I started healing, and I stopped going by Soup. So, yeah, it's been almost 5 years now since I stopped going by Soup. We got a page that says P, and some strange anatomy going on there. Your head's going outside of your chin. And I really liked playing Tamagotchi Life at the time. Because I got, like, 2 electronics back, and it was my Switch and my 2DS. I know there's more drawings in here. Do not try to hide them from me. Okay. Oh, that's Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors. The chest is killing me. And then we have my attempt at Audrey too. Ooh. Cringing a little bit. Okay, what does this say? Second Monday in October to be approved. Oh, I bet that was some, like, a deadline or something. Anyway. Yeah, there's all of those. There's a bunch of doodles. Sus AF. AF is crossed out because, more lore to the sketchbook, I was 12 years old. I was very edgy. Very edgy. I drew penises all in here. Like crude ones. Like the circle. Whoop, boop, boop. You know what I'm saying. I drew those all in my sketchbook, every page, and I wrote ass and shit and fuck on like every page because I was edgy. And one day I was doodling in here, and my principal came up to me, snatches it out of my hand. My heart dropped. He goes through it right there, and he went on a page where there was wieners drawn all over the page. He grabs it and he flips it around, and he was like, "What is this?" By the way, mind you, this was in gym class. We were in the bleachers. I was front row. There were girls all behind me. They got flashed by my crude wieners. It really happened. I think about that a lot, especially when I'm going through here. And then he sat down next to me and he said, I want you to draw me a kitty cat. And then he said, not that kind. Which is crazy. Anyway, yeah. So, it's a little lore drop. That was my Eddsworld OC. Because like I said, I had a really fat crush on Matt from Eddsworld. And that's who I used to ship with him. Sorry, I was thinking about my character. And then we got Vanity Smurf and Matt, and it says SMH copied me. And you see the nose? I remember when I first drew that, I drew his nose as a penis. You can kind of see it if you look closely. You can see the erase marks. Oh, this one's just out of here. Okay, so we got Among Us up there, of course. Got him saying fart. Then we have Fandroid. Do not get me started on Fandroid, bro. Fandroid? Grew up on him. I'm just saying, when the allegations came out, don't get me started on the topic of Fandroid in 2026 now, bro. I will freak, bro. Anyway, so there's my Eddsworld OC, and then there's me singing. I think it was that one Gacha Life Bo Burnham cover that was like, welcome to Gacha Life, there's so much to see. If people can make characters, and so can we. I feel like I still remember this. We have puppies, shrimps, beware of the heat. That's the part where the good and evil meets. I remember that. Ooh, that's terrible. Yeah, and then that was all of my TikTok Eddsworld ooms, which I'm still in contact with most of them, so hey guys, what's up? What's up, official Eddsworld talk? From 2021. Okay. So here's a comic called Number 1 Cola. I think I drew this because it was my first time ever having coffee, and when you're 12 years old and you have that first sip of coffee, it's like your brain chemistry changes. So this was like my representation of that. So the first panel, we got Mao, and she sees the coffee. Or no, she sees what seems to be cola. She chugs it all, and then that frame says gulp. And then it says, why does this cola taste like poo? And it's erased, and I think if you look closely, it says, why does this cola taste like dog shit? Because of course it did. And then it said, because it's coffee. No. How do you know? I was drinking it, is what that page says. And then that one says, what does that say? And then she's shocked, and she says, why out of eggs cola mug? And then it says, it was the only cup. Why is he drinking cola out of a mug? And it says, you good? Yeah. And then exploding after. Oh, Mal's mind, and then she's jumping off the walls. Dinner might be ready. I might just go eat, but I'm still gonna keep showing. So we got some BFB doodles. Actually, not some, quite a bit. Because again, I had a really big OSC phase. It's dead and gone now, but I had it. Yo.
It's dinner.
Okay.
Come on.
Hello, sorry, dinner was ready. I have dinner in front of me now, so I might stop for a little bit. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try and get through this. Hopefully, at least this sketchbook. So, we got Mel's. Yeah, there's Mel's on that page. It's kind of awkward to use now. We got this big old comic, which I don't want to read all that, but to get just the first one was this evil bunny, and it was like, look at this cute bunny I found. I'm gonna kill all of you. Isn't he just the cutest thing? And then the bottom one was, imagine simping for Ed Sheeran with a square chin, Lamau, grr. And then that one says, imagine sipping for emo Justin Bieber with devil horns. Hashtag girl boss daddy. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. That was such a hard comeback. I got some Garfield. Garfield hands, because again, like I said, I really wanted to draw like Jim Davis. Oh, God, more comics. I don't even want to read these. This one was like, okay, so in the Edgeworld TikTok thing, me and this other girl both had very fat crushes on Matt from Edgeworld, and there was no rivalry. I don't know why I was making it a rivalry in my brain, but I was like, he's mine. She didn't care, but yeah, I don't know why I made her a yandere in these. But she's a yandere in these, so I'm sorry, Link, if you're seeing this. I think you still go by Link. If you see this, Link, I'm sorry. But yeah, I made a comic where you killed me to get with Matt from Edgeworld. That's the gist of it. Yeah. It's 2 parts. Yeah. Here's like a fat info page about now. Yeah. Info. You can't really read because my handwriting's so tiny and my camera's so bad. But yeah. Currently she kins Ed, Microphone from II, Garfield, Sayori from Doki Doki, Monica from Doki Doki, Taco from II, and Marceline from Adventure Time. I've never even seen Adventure Time. Why not put her down? Yeah, confession, I've never seen Adventure Time. Or I have. I've only seen the first 2 seasons. And then there's more doodles. Okay, so this first one's like a Among Us room where it's like, come into my room. My room's all Among Us. And then the second one was a story where I went to Walmart and I saw they had a claw machine full of South Park plushies, but I was 12 years old, so I wasn't allowed to watch South Park, but I was watching it anyway. And it was me being sad that I couldn't go get a South Park plushie, which I wouldn't be able to have kept anyway. So yeah. I got more doodles. Yeah, we got more doodles. We got a comic that says, oh my gosh, is that Nail Cicada? And then he's singing Bill Watterson, because it's supposed to be a play on words of Neil Cicerega. There's a comic down here called Balls. And it reads, I think this was about a kid in my 6th grade who would always get kicked in the balls by ladies for some reason, which I don't know why, to be honest. I still don't understand why, but I guess I made a comic about it, and it says, hello, ladies, and then he gets kicked in the balls, and then it says, 10 years later, you are not the father. Grr, he's super mad, so he kicks her in the face, and then he says, ha, and then she's dead because of kick, and then he goes, oh, shortly after Bobby was arrested. So it's a story about a man who gets kicked in the balls so much he can't have children, and then he gets put in jail because he kills a woman. Ah, comedy! Oh, and there's his info page. There's Bobby. Yeah, there he is. In all his ballless glory, apparently. Sure. We got 4 from BFB. Oh, these are kind of cute, actually. We got 4 from BFB and Mal. Those are kind of cute. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this. I might eat and then I'll come back. So, let's have this as my last page. So we got a bunch of doodles for now. So yeah, okay. This video is already 40 minutes long. God. Anyway, BRB. Okay. Hello, we're back. I'm just eating. I decided to turn on some jams in the background because video's already 40 minutes long and we're only 2 sketchbooks in. So, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit because I got 5 sketchbooks lined up. So we got 3 more after this, and I'm not stopping until we get through all of them because I like talking. Anyway, so we got some Ninja Sex Party on right now. I put my Mega Mix on so it'll switch. Anyway, so we got more males. These are pretty cute, actually. I like those. We got Bob with a really cool wig. My really cool wig. My mega rag wig. My hella sweet wig. My holy shit wig. Yeah. We got, it's the people from the Edgeworld TikTok thing, but as Heathers. So yeah, there's that. Heathers AU. Sorry, I thought I heard someone knock on my door. I don't think so. We got some doodles. lore behind this. So you see how he has a pot on his head? This was around the time where I was getting in trouble for having social media I was not allowed to have because I was 12 years old. And we were at family therapy, and I was drawing in my sketchbook, and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be so funny if he had like a pot on his head? Because my Roblox avatar had that, and I drew it, and I was like, Mom, look, do you like my little stovepipe guy? And she was like, pothead? You trying to be funny, Missy? I did not know what a pothead was. I didn't know what pot was. I mean, I did, but I don't know the slang. So I was like, what do you mean? And then I was like, pot. Oh, you're thinking drugs. No. So I got in a lot of trouble for that, which was unintentional. Anyway, so we got an egg lady up there. We got Mao in a BFB sweater, cause I have that. Cause again, I said I was really upset with BFB. I think I drew this to show my friend how I drew bodies, cause he's saying, sorry, excuse me. I was made in a body tutorial. Then we have me testing out a bunch of initial signatures. LC, because that's my initials. I'm not gonna say what my name is, but you can tell the L part, because my name on here is really Lou. It's not my real first name, but it's my nickname, so. Anyway. More anatomy stuff from my pals. Which should not have been asking me how to draw bodies. I did not know how. I made that up as I went. Sorry, I'm just flipping through because there's like blank pages and scribbles. This page. Okay. You know earlier when I said the principal came up to me and snatched my sketchbook and saw all the wieners I drew in here? This is what I was drawing, which was a cute little comic. Okay, so it's a little cute comic. Essentially, this character right here is named Cake because she's part human and part cake, and it essentially got so hot in the room that she died. Or she melted. I don't know how she melted if she's cake, but she did. And so it was like a funny little, she melted, you know? Funny little thing. Hey, it's the human girl soup. Yeah, there she is. There's the tofu lady. Which is pretty cute, actually. I like this. Then I guess I was making OCs based on who was texting me. Based on different types of foods. So we got rice. Oh, yo, Tenacious D's playing. It's just a pick. Anyway, so yeah, there's cake. That was when I was designing cake, which I was designing with my friend. It turned out to be her Sona. When he was biscuit, he was all of the rage. And we got more soup stuff, which this is when I was reading My Hero Academia again. You can tell. Bishops on my power slide. Now there's nowhere to hide. We got cake. We got Pin from BFB as a human. We got Snow Cone. And soup again. It's not a child, you know I will be rocking for the fucking insane. We got soup again. There's a lot of soup in here. I haven't heard this song in a while. Is he who is easy? Is easy to please her? Here was my old OC from 2020, and she was like, I don't know how to describe her. I put edgy Lemon Demon fan, which I guess, yeah, that's true. But then again, I was an edgy Lemon Demon fan when I made her, so yeah. Then we have, Karumi, I think her name was, and then we have Patches. So yeah. That was just a page of old OCs. Which they're really old now. Gosh. TV head! Return of the TV heads, bro! Anyway. I remember this being song lyrics, but I don't remember what they were. And I don't feel like doing the Caesar code translator right now, because I'm lazy. The other day I found a page in my old, journal where I wrote in the Caesar code because I didn't want people to know what I was writing. And I sat there and I decoded that whole thing. It took me like an hour. And it was like, I hate everyone. I hate my life. I hate everyone. And I was like, ooh. Sorry you were going through that. So we got a sock. Creepy, what does that say? It says creepy water or something like that? I don't know. We got soup again. So there's a lot of soup in here. I think this video just reached an hour long, or just over. Thanks for sticking with me. We still got a while. It's probably gonna be 2 or 3 hours, to be honest. Sorry. Then we got a bunch of doodles I did with my little brother. Captain Underpants is on here. I got George and Harold up there. But I love you so much. I'm gonna skip Burger Rain. I love Burger Rain, but I don't even know if you can hear it, to be honest. What are the Concords? What are the Concords? Anyway. Sorry, I really like Flight of the Concords right now. Got like a lot of random doodles on this page. It's like expressions and I guess trying to like actually do measurements, but then I gave that up really fast. Here's a comic about cakes coming to life, which I think this was supposed to be like Cakes lore or something. I'm not sure actually. My little brother drew this. So if I was 12 and I had the sketchbook and he's 9 right now, how long ago was 2021? 5 years? Oh, fuck, 2021 was 5 years ago? God. So he was like 4 years old when he drew this. Oh. We got another TV head! Yeah, I really liked my TV heads, bruh. I love TV heads. Oh, we got a bunch of doodles. Baguette. Oh. Bonjour. 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 Yeah, it's just a bunch of random doodles. I remember this one. It was 6th grade, and I just watched Guardians of the Galaxy for the first time, and it was like, Part 3 is gonna come out in 2023, when you're graduating middle school. And now looking back, I'm like, oh. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I don't know if it's because I don't know what goes on in the multiverse or whatever, but I didn't like it. I don't know. I like the originals though. Those are so. Oh, I love the first and second one. They're so good. So we got Soup and Cake again, which I think Soup's wearing a Star Wars shirt. What? I don't even like Star Wars. Why did they make her wear a Star Wars shirt? I thought for sure she'd be wearing a Spaceballs shirt, bro. I know one of my OCs when I was in 6th grade wore a Spaceballs shirt because Spaceballs. I love Spaceballs, bro. The movie's so good. And we got this OC called Glitch. I remember making her with my friend in my science class in 6th grade. There's an erased drawing of like a character with boobs. Do you see that? Hello? Why are they drawn like that? Oh, that's terrible. Wait, did we get through? Is that all? Hey, sketchbook number 2, all done. Alright, are we ready for, I want to say this was 2022? Why is so much Tenacious D playing? I do not listen to Tenacious D this much. Maybe like 3 years ago. Hold on, sorry. I gotta get my jams on. Okay, we can listen to NSP. Love NSP, bruh. I got Thunder and Lightning playing right now, because that song's really good. Ah, god damn it, dude! Oh, this sketchbook is just fucked at this point, dude. Sorry, why do I keep swearing? Swearwolves! We're werewolves, not swearwolves, guys. Okay, that's gonna be the best we're getting. I might just fix this later. Okay. Anyway, next sketchbook, let's go. This is Harry Potter and Undertale stickers on it. This was 2022. I can tell by the first page. So here's the cover. We got Sans and we got Harry Potter. Yeah. I do not support J.K. Rowling. But I really liked Harry Potter at the time because, of course, I was grounded still. And I was like, well, I can read Harry Potter, I guess. So I went and I read all the books. So, yeah. I would like to say I was really obsessed with Ren and Stimpy and John K's art style at the time. Just his art, though, not the actual John K, you know. I'm not a fan of that guy. Let's not support pedophiles, guys. Anyway, so, yeah. You can tell I really liked Ren and Stimpy during this because, okay, during this time, I had a girlfriend, and she was really obsessed with Ren and Stimpy at the time, and I've been a Ren and Stimpy fan my whole life, so it like bled into me, so I like went back to my Ren and Stimpy phase. So yeah. One with the street smash. So we got Tom saying kidding shopping, we got Ed, and then we got a bunch of faces. Which also my art during this time was really inspired by this one animator on here called G_guy, which me and him are mutuals now. Actually, I say now, but we've been mutuals for the past 4 years, which is crazy to me because I'm like, I traced you when I was 12 years old, what? So, yeah, sorry, G_guy. I don't know, you probably don't know this personal account I have, but yeah, confession, I used to trace you, I'm sorry. I don't anymore. I was a preteen. This was a storyboard for a Lemon Demon song. I don't know if I remember... I feel like I remember which Lemon Demon song this was, but I can't at the same time. Damn. I used to do a lot of Lemon Demon storyboards with my little guy, my party hat guy. His name's Skippy, by the way. We got Harry Potter doodles, which is from when I watched the movies for the first time, because I had like headcanons for how they'd look like. Sorry, my dad came in, and I had to explain to him I'm talking to myself for an hour. Anyway, so yeah, here's all my Harry Potter characters, because I had headcanons for what they would look like, and then I watched the movie, and I was like, they look nothing like how I imagined. I remember specifically, what's his face, Ron's dad. I like had a vision in my brain for what he would look like, which was kind of like a twinkie nerd, I think, something like that, and then I saw him, and I was like, you're an old man? Which I don't know what I was expecting. Yeah. Anyway, so we got more doodles. We got Chowder. We got more stuff. We got Red Guy from Don't Hug Me I'm Scared. We got Max from Sam and Max. What? We got Stimpy's Fan Club. Yeah, lots of doodles of Skippy. That was my girlfriend's OC. I say girlfriend, but ex-girlfriend now. I don't even know what happened to her. She just kind of stopped showing up to school last year. I low-key hope she's okay. I haven't heard from her. I've tried seeing, I've like looked on Facebook and I'm like, she hasn't been active in forever. I'm a little worried. Hope she's okay. Anyway, so yeah, there's Skippies. What does that say? I eat crayons. Okay, real. Ooh, Morimori. When I flex, I feel my best. I forgot about When I Flex, I Feel My Best. That's the Pluto guy, isn't it? That where, like, you hop on his, like, his guns and then you fly or something? Something like that. We got some doodles. I have the Hourglass dog plush. I remember begging my dad for it when I was 11, and we got it, and I guess I named him Sir Meekins. It's a fire name, Sir Meekins? Hello? Cooking? Is that a doodle of me? Was that a self-portrait? I can't tell if that's supposed to be me or not. Do you ever walk alone like a drifter in the dark? I'm gonna swap this song. Sorry, Ween. So much Ween's playing right now. So much Ween. Weird Al. They Might Be Jonas. Ween. We can listen to Cyclops Rock. I love Cyclops Rock. I love the song, bro. I love Mink Car. I have a Mink Car t-shirt. It's like one of my favorites. I got more doodles. I'm sick. Like Chucky was sick. My defeated heart keeps beating on. I won't die. We got some regular show. So I was also watching a lot of regular show during this time. Find a new place to hang out, 'cause I'm tired of living in hell. I remember when I was watching regular show, back in 2020 was when I was watching it for the first time. And I invited my friend over to watch the final episode with me, 'cause she also liked regular show. And when I tell you, I started crying when, spoilers, if you haven't watched regular show, cover your ears for the next, I don't know how long. Anyway, when Pops died, I started bawling, but I didn't want her to see that I was crying over the Jolly Lollipop Man crying, so I was like, because I really like Pops, okay? Or at least at least I did then. I'm sure he's probably still one of my favorites, but I haven't watched it in forever. Yeah, so there's some more doodles. See how much my style has changed. Ooh, we got BFB. Does anyone else feel like BFB is like really corporate now? It's freaky. Let's keep BFDI casual. Okay, whatever you say, I guess. Putting the past how many episodes in theaters. Huh. It's a little strange. I don't know. I still watch the episodes just because my little brother's obsessed with them. And me and my pal Y like to watch them on call and kinda not really make fun of it, but we like to laugh at it. Or laugh with it? I don't know. We're not like, I don't know. It's just felt weird lately. It might just be me though. I think I've just kinda outgrown them, and like not outgrown them. I don't know how to say it without. They're not for me anymore. I guess that's all I can say. Because I see how other people can like them, but I can't anymore. Especially Inanimate Insanity. Do not get me started on the new season. What did they do to II, bro? Sorry, I'm just ranting now. I've been a huge II fan. I have my light bulb plushie over there, actually. Like, the first one they released back in, what was it, 2022? I loved II. And then, oh, polka dot tails playing right now. And then they released season 4, and I'm like, why the hell would you do that? Why? In my opinion, I feel the whole series should have ended on the second to last episode of season 2, where everyone's just gone and dead. Confession. I kind of wish they ended on a bad ending. Because, okay, HFJ1, I feel like I need to rewatch it, but when I watched it for the first time, I was really disappointed with the ending, but now I feel like if I watched it again, I'd feel like I'd like it more. I thought it was lazy at the time, but, like, looking back, I'm like, I don't know how else you could have ended it, besides, like, how they did, you know? Where it's, like, up to interpretation what happened. I feel like I should have done that, because they're milking it, bro. They're milking it, because why are we like, no competition! Competition! Pull the plug on Fan is all I'm saying, bro. Why he dying in the hospital? And they're like, no, he's okay, he's okay. It is a paper fan. He got struck by lightning. He is dead, bro. Pull the plug is all I'm saying. Sorry, I don't know what tangent I just went on. Anyway. Is that me? No, Willow Asagi. Oh, these are old OCs. Sorry, I was confused. I was like, who the hell is Willow Asagi? Mooney 2018? Mooney was not 2018. That was like 2019. I've had an idea in my head since I was like 8 years old to animate Red Guy and Colin to that one Gumball scene where it's like Robert and the orange lady and they're in the kitchen and he's like, pour all of the oil into the bowl, and she's like, okay, and then he's like, now chop your arm off and put it in the bowl, or something like that. I don't remember how it goes, but it was something like that. But I was like, that's so Red Guy coded. That was my old Minecraft avatar. Except a shitload of theorems and data to review. I wanna do math with you. We got Benny from Lego Movie. We got... that was my friend group at the time, I think. Oh my gosh. That was my friends at the time. Then we got, yes, I'm a simp, squirrel in my pants. Calcul me and calcul you. Girl, that means calculus. I love me some Ninja Sex Party, bro. Anyway. Here's some more doodles. Lots of doodles, lots of OCs, lots of faces. Oh my gosh, full body of Skippy. So there's Skippy. That was my Sona. Yeah, he was my Sona at the time. And then, I guess more OCs. I don't really know how to elaborate on these, so I think pages where it's just OCs, I'm just gonna show them and I'll be like, yeah, here, you can look at them, because I don't know how to explain. Oh, we got Ace Attorney on here. You got my top 3 Ace Attorney list characters in the corner, which, in order, are... Mo. Number 1 is Mo. Number 2 is Larry Butts. And number 3 is Gumshoe. Obviously, you gotta have Gumshoe on there. I love Larry Butts, bro. Especially because his last name's Butts. That's hilarious. I love Gumshoe, though. That was okay. Ooh, I need to cover that in the corner. There's just a password. 2653589. There's Larry. There's Gumshoe. And there's Maya with her burger. Because isn't she always talking about how she wants a burger or something? I haven't played Ace Attorney in years. More OC stuff. And we got that one Tom Scott comic where it's like, hey, a ball man. Because I didn't want to forget what that comic was, because I remember it made me laugh really hard the first time I saw it. I still think about it. More Ween. Oh my gosh, why am I playing so much Ween? Put some funny jams on. Okay, we can listen to Blood on Gang. Oh, I got another OC. Kiss me in her necklace. God, that is a lot of doodles. A lot of doodles on that page. Mostly doodles. I remember that was my girlfriend at the time. That was my friend, who I'm still friends with to this day, actually. I was literally just talking to her. And then there's my OC. Yeah, a lot of doodles on there. That are queer guys that don't dig chicks. See, I'm not queer, I'm too ugly. Got Cuphead. Just are a little scary, but it's okay. I kinda like that face Mother's Man's makes now. Can't talk. Been talking for the past forever. Got Blue Badger and some Cupheads. Clear in the street. Scoring with a supermodel would be easy. I got more Cuphead stuff. Yeah, Cuphead. Cuphead. My man. We got Wander Over Yonder. Jealous Megateal. Some more doodles. God, there's a freak load of doodles. I love doodling, bro. I think all of these sketchbooks are mostly doodles, to be honest, because I've just now gotten back into, like, actually coloring stuff. So, yeah. What the hell is Little Marmalade? Hello? Yeah, I'm a little marmalade. Marmalade. More like margarine. Is this a Flight of the Conchords reference? I freaking hope so. I'm sorry, I keep doing that to my dad, and I think he's gonna kill me the next time I say, is that a Flight of the Conchords reference? Happened in the car earlier. We were pulling up after I went to Sally's. Shout out to Sally's. I got a bunch of stuff from there. And they were talking on the radio, and they were like, I learned how to milk cows in New Zealand! And I was like, Dad, did they just say New Zealand? That's literally a Flight of the Conchords reference right now. Trust me, bro. That is fucking Flight of the Conchords. Sorry, guess my favorite band right now, guys. It's Flight of the Conchords. Anyway, there's some faces. Mother's lingerie, learn the songs of Broadway. More doodles. I wish I was queer so I could get chicks. Dig guys that are queer, guys that don't dig chicks. More doodles. We got Doug from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and I think that's Cookie Run in the corner. Dig guys that are queer, guys that don't dig chicks. We got Ed's World, Matt and Tom. And we got some doodles. I think there's Blocky right there. And I don't shave my hiney. Here's the doodles I did with my friend. I remember this page. I think at least. Yeah. We got some more object OCs, I guess. What does this say? Battle for a Cent. Oh yeah, because in 6th grade I was gonna make an object show called Battle for a Penny. And then it evolved into Colorful Chaos. Oh my gosh, bro. Colorful Chaos was this object show me and my friend were gonna make. We had it like all listed out in our brains, and then we sat down to write the script, and then nothing like flowed. And then we realized none of us really knew how to animate at the time, so we were just scrapping it. Anyways, tonight some Aquabats playing. Now I'm just a boy, watching much TV. Nobody knows, Casper the ghost is so friendly. Nobody knows. I guess there's a unfinished drawing of my ex-girlfriend's drawing OC. Turn There's a storyboard. I think that was for Punk Tactics. There's the intro.
Yo, yo, yo! If you don't shut your mouth, I'm gonna shut it for you, punk!
Hit ya with your Punk Tactics. Sorry, I heard my doorknob wiggle. I thought someone was coming in after I did my Punk Tactics cover. More doodles of me and my friends. That was also the girlfriend, character. And never Scooby-Doo now. Turn off the idiot box. So disease just like the chicken pox. Was this supposed to be a human fish? Okay, so there's a human. This is Fish, by the way. He's been my Sona, or at least, yeah, he's still my Sona now, I'd say. I mean, I haven't really drawn him in a little bit, but I'd say he's still my Sona. Essentially, yeah, he's a little spiky guy, and I've had him since 7th grade. I think I'm supposed to be a humanized version. And then we got FNAF Doodles. I think these are from 2023, because that looks like my style in 2023. And I think that's all that's in here. Hey, we did it! Sketchbook number 3, we got 2 more to go. This next one is scaring me. I might have gone out of order, actually. I feel like my next sketchbook came before this one, but I might be wrong. Let me look through it real quick. Oh, yeah, no, this one came before the last one. Okay, so this sketchbook and this one that we looked through before, this sketchbook was the in-between era between these two. Hey, 69's playing right now. I love that song. So here's the cover. Lots of Undertale. I fuck with this sticker so hard. I want that. The Galaxy Toby Fox, bruh. I want that. Okay, first page. Lots of Deltarune. Deltarune, some OCs, I guess. This was like around the time chapter 2 for Deltarune came out.
Speed of light, where pussies were going at the speed of Brian.
But yeah, I was really obsessed with Deltarune when chapter 2 came out. And when chapter 1 came out, I remember freaking being obsessed. I have like an Instagram account from when I was like 9 years old, and like the only post on there is fan art of Deltarune. Yeah. And we have some Moth OCs. Those are pretty cute. I still really love moths. I feel like a lot of people stopped like loving moths really fast, and that breaks my heart because moths are awesome. They're so cute. Anyway, more moth OCs. Because they're so cute and fluffy! I just want to hold them, bro! Another moth. God, my shoulders hurt. I love having scoliosis, don't you guys? Oh, God, I should not be slouching for 2 hours straight. Well, I will be, I guess. Whew. More OC. Soldier Book Crusade. Oh my gosh, when was this? February 7th, 2021. This drawing is almost 5 years old. God damn, bro. So, this is how I drew almost 5 years ago. God, that's terrible to think this was 5 years ago. Ew! Sorry, I still consider this drawing to be like 2 years old. That's... God. Ew. You got some Undertale doodles. Some Sans Papyrus. I think that papyrus right there is kind of cute. Me and like, oh god, my legs. The anatomy is definitely a little off, but it's cute. We got, back in 6th grade, I was doing tennis for a little bit, which I was literal butt cheeks, because I'm asthmatic. What would happen was they would make us run laps after rehearsal from, okay, so let's say the tennis courts are right here. Firehouse is all the way down here. They would make us run from the firehouse and back in under 5 minutes, and if we didn't get there in under 5 minutes, we'd have to run again. Mind you, I'm asthmatic. I can't run! And anyway, yeah, it was torture for me. Tennis was fun. I would sucked literal butt cheeks, but it was fun. Anyway, this is pretty cool, actually. I like this. I want to remake this. Look, the eyes, like, bulge out. They go, whoop, whoop, whoop. I like that. It's like a little fidget. I like that. Silence! More OCs. I remember this character right here. I like wrote a whole fan fiction about him meeting the gang, which is so funny, by the way, because Spo or whatever was based off of Spamton G. Spamton. But he owned a TV show, and he was essentially a corrupt comedy host. You know who else is a corrupt comedy host and has a connection to Spamton G. Spamton? Tenna! I hope you know how shocked I was when I played Chapter 3, and I saw Tenna, and the color scheme, and the connection to Spamton G. Spamton, and the show, and the personality and everything. I was like, this is literally the Deltarune OC I had when I was 12 years old. What the heck? Except it's actually a TV head. Sorry, I just realized the connection. All the TV heads in here. Guys, I think Tenna was made for 12-year-old me. Which is funny, because I actually didn't really like Tenna that much. Sorry. I'm a Queen stan forever. Queen will always be my favorite, bro. Oh my god, I love Queen. This is actually really cute, look! It's like a little paper cutout thing. That's really cute. Like two pants hating Wolverines. There's Lackey in the Cuphead art style. We're having sex now. Anyway, there's some more doodles. I think I was watching OKKO at the time. So that's a very OKKO style, expression right there. Oh shit, there girls. Anyway. I think this was a Cuphead OC I was making, which is literally just the Queen Bee, by the way. Forgot her name. Grimmastick, Cows, Robots, Alley, Stage Play, Burners, blah 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 blah. Could be like Grand. I think I skipped her. Grandmastick, Dr. Cal's Robot, Sally Stage Play, Fairness, blah blah blah, and Hildeberg, Rumor Honeybottoms. Rumor Honeybottoms, that's her name. Sorry. I hope you know every time I have to remember a Cuphead character's name, I start singing You Signed a Contract by Fandroid. Which did not age well. Anyway, there's the Tenna coded character again. Say what I mean! It's literally Tenna if it was drawn by a 12-year-old and had a skull and party hats for a head. It's literally Tenna, and it killed me playing Chapter 3, because I was like, 12-year-old me would have loved this, bro. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Cuphead Sona. That's actually so cute. I feel like my Cuphead Sona would still kind of look like that. Green bendy straw? Hell yeah. Except I feel like the shorts would be replaced with a skirt, because I'm wearing one right now. Oh, you can go and see it. I didn't just flash you. I have jeans on under this. I really love skirts right now. They're really cute. And I guess there's my Cuphead OC again. And I guess his little symbol was the club. Because you know how Cuphead's diamonds, Mugman's, the spade. I guess that was clubs. Cool. 6th grade, me and those 3 friends in the other sketchbooks, you know, with like the cat with his girlfriend and Cake. We had a cat world where we all had little cat characters that represented us, and essentially they lived in the apocalypse, and they were trying to survive the apocalypse, because one day it was like, I made a comic of it, I don't know if it's in here, it might be, I will scream if it's in here, because then I can I can yap about this. Essentially the apocalypse started one day, and they all found each other, and now they're trying to survive in the apocalypse. It's low-key such a fire concept, not the way I said it, that's how we planned it, but it would be such a fire concept if I brought it back. I need to. Anyway, so there's Lackey. That was mine. His symbol was diamonds. There's Lucas. That was my friend's. His was spades. And then, what's the name? Tootsie. Which, the symbol was not spades, clothes. I guess no hearts? No, there was a heart. Oh, see, I remember that. It was like this random kid. Tapeworms. Oh my gosh, yeah. The girlfriend that I had at the time, which I was still dating when I had this sketchbook. Oh my god, we just reached an hour. Or at least on this recording. Hello. Yeah, it's gonna be over 2 hours, I'm sorry. Because we still have one more sketchbook after this. Anyway, this was like her world. And that was my OC for it. I forgot his name. I think it was Dimwit or something like that. But essentially, actually, I want to be able to explain it to you. I don't really remember it, but it was like based on Will Wood. I'm afraid of spiders. We got some Animaniacs on here. But most of all, I'm afraid of spider life. Alex is pretty, but 16 is too many. Then we have more doodles of those cat characters. That guy right there, he was Hearts. Or no, he was Joker, wasn't he? Yeah, he was the Joker card. Damn, did no one get the Hearts? Really? Oh yeah, and then this was OMG, I made you as a slime. So I remember once in class, my friend just pulled her phone out and she was like, Lou, I'm gonna make you as a slime. And I was like, oh, okay. I think it was like green, and it probably had sparkles in it or something. Then, I guess, more OCs or something? A lot of OCs there.
At night, Dynamite just doesn't like to play fair.
This is like one of the original doodles of all of these characters. So there's Lucky, there's Lucas, and there's Tootsie, or renamed to Lucy, aww, and then there's that guy's character called Dream Guy. I forgot it was called Shrek, because it was, I remember what it stood for. It was Super Hecking Really Epic Club. Super Hecking Really Epic Club. That's what Shrek stood for. Which is so iconic. I think of that a lot. I love how Lucas's gender is labeled as dead. Yeah, I feel like that describes it for me too, Lucas. I feel you. I also feel my gender is dead. Whoa. Oh, I think I just skipped a page. We got Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared doodles. I think these were drawn in between the time of the reboot. Or, no, these were drawn in between the time of the YouTube series and the reboot. This was, like, more leaning to where about the reboot was gonna come out. Like, I think this was a year before the reboot. Oh, yeah, because there's a drawing that says, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared reboot in, like, 2 weeks. I was so freaking obsessed with Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared when I was younger. It was terrible. Like, I remember I was, like, 8 years old and I was asking to be a red guy for Halloween. Shout out to my dad for making that hat for me. Or hat mask? Yeah. I guess those are socies that I never drew again. It's getting itchy. Hey, I remember when I drew these actually. These, because I remember that Yakko drawing. I drew those on, like, right after I saw my first concert, which was 311. I don't listen to 311, that's my mom's favorite band, but I went along because I got to skip a tennis tournament, and you heard how much I hated playing tennis. Or, I hate playing tennis, not for me. Then we got a really creepy handsome Squidward that I didn't finish, I guess. I can tell it's handsome Squidward. Got Weird Al playing right now? Hold on. Amino Man? It's a good song, but I don't feel like it. More Weird Al? Baby bitch? Hey, Rhett and Lake. Okay, we can listen to some Rhett and Lake. And I think I also drew these at this concert. Because I remember I was obsessed with Animaniacs at the time. An expert at texting. Can I switch the page? When I can text really active. We got more doodles of Blackie. Because Blackie was like my Sona. Is over. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because I'm an expert at texting. Sorry, that's all just like you. God, I gotta stretch my leg out. With one eye on the road, one eye on my phone. There's Lucky again, but colored in. Lucky was like part zombie, by the way, because, lore. I guess the comic isn't in here? I know there's a sketchbook where there's a comic where it was like the origins. And it was essentially Lucky was tripped while running out after the apocalypse started. Which, everything, like, turned evil. Like, he tripped, and a flower, like, had a knife and stabbed him in the eyeball and ripped his face off. Which is very dark, hello. But yeah, now Lucky's part zombie. Or, I guess, has half his face missing. Oh! Shrek's Guide to Club Names. And then there's, like, a bunch of silly, words that attach to letters. Wonder, what does Lou spell? L? So I would be lunatic, octagon, and then there's no word for you. So I guess I'm just octagon lunatic you. Sure. Ooh. Okay. Okay, yeah, this was when, this was also from when I was dating that girl. So yeah, that was her OC. Yeah, there's my character. And that was lyrics.soft fuzzy man. Yeah. What does that say? What does that say? Streams one. What? Okay. Does that say what I think it says? Okay. Sorry, it's nothing like bad. I'm just like, okay. Huh. Hey, fish. Sorry. That I know that one for a fact was a drawing of me at the time, which I don't look too much like that now. I got big old short spaggy hair. Look how short my freaking hair is. Oh, it's pretty. What song is this? Tommy the Cat. I love Tommy the Cat, but NSP. Anyway, yeah. I think that's all that's in there. And then we got drum tabs for Super Ghostbusters. Morning dawn. One more sketchbook I have lined up. This was 7th grade. Yeah. So this was when I was kind of healing from my edginess, but I was like, this is when I was embracing the cringe. Which I still embrace the cringe, but this is when I was just now starting to. And also I was really obsessed with Weird Al, if that helps. This first page is from January. Wait, does that say January? No, it does not. September 18th, 2022. So this sketchbook will be turning 4 years old this year. Am I doing the math right? Yeah, 4 years old. Guess here's some OCs. Hey, you want pizza? I screamed let a shit. Then I grabbed a whole pizza, threw the fuck out of it. Then we got some Deltarunes, of course. Susie, Chris, Ralsei, Susie. Wait, that's not Susie, that's Noelle. It shows you how long it's been since I played it. AKA a year, because last time I played it was when chapter 3 and 4 came out. We got some HJ1 doodles. Oh, I'm warning you, this 7th grade was peak object show phase for me, so warning. Warning as in there's gonna be a lot of object show stuff. Like there's a bunch of HJ1 in here. There's some more Ralseis. Those are kind of cute. We got I'm a gamer, not a player. Players get chicks. I get bullied at school. Which that was unfortunately true. Lots of doodles. We got fish again. Oh yeah, this is when I created fish, so there's like a bunch of fish in here. The sky is my cheese-crusted passion. Oh, doodles from when the Don't Me I'm Scared Season 2 came out. Me freaking out, being like, ah, it's out! Oh my god, it's out! More Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Some red guys. Oh, 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 oh. No, they're burning. Wow, that was fast. Some more doodles. If I remember right, like, 99% of the sketchbook is doodles, and there's like 2 things I actually tried to draw. More object show stuff, more Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Yeah. More Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. There's Queen at the top. Hi, Queen. Gosh, I'm gonna skip this. Sorry, Ween. I really love that song. Light Me Up. We can listen to Silly Girl. Silly Girl, I'm begging you. Don't stop being my silly girl. Silly Girl, I'm in love with you. I think so. Anyway. Lots of doodles, lots of fish, lots of cake, lots of OSC, lots of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Silly girl, I'm begging you. We got Colin in the computer world meeting his actual puppet. I need to rewatch Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. It's been a while. Got Nightly Manor. I was obsessed with Nightly Manor. Ooh, hello, went dark. Nightly Manor's really good. I feel like Nightly Manor and HFJ1 are like the only 2 object shows in my opinion that kind of hold up, just because, you know, they were like doing their own thing. Oh god, Nightly Manor, bro. Oh, Nightly Manor makes me cry. And HFJ1, I need to rewatch HFJ1. Anyway, just random doodles. I think I did with my friend. More Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. That's all that's on this page. And now I wish I had. I'm so in love with you. More Deltarune. More Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. More OCs. Of course, what does that say at the bottom? I am anti-gotcha TikTok and Ed's World. I think I'm only anti one of those now, which is TikTok. I'm fine with gotcha and Ed's World. Why was I... See, okay. In the first sketchbook we looked through, you know how I was telling you how, I would randomly write, like, emo on the side, bullying myself? This was that era when I was going back and being like, I hate. And now I'm like, stop being a hater, that was you a year ago. Why are you being such a freaking butthole? Stop it. That's literally you, dude. Makes no sense to me, even though it's literally me doing it. I guess that was an old object show idea we had. We as in me and my pal. And now I wish I had. There's some object show characters I had, I guess. Fish is on here. There's Fish. Hi, Fish. Love you. Fish is awesome. More OSC doodles, more OC doodles. Sorry, Al, I'm gonna skip you real quick. I might just turn on an NSP playlist, because I'm low-key in an NSP mood right now. I don't know about you. Or, only one Flight of the Conchord song is playing. We need more Flight of the Conchords on. Hold on. We're putting on my favorite Flight of the Conchord songs playlist. Yeah, we can listen to Business Time.
It's business. It's business time.
And then more doodles. I think that was another human fish. I love drawing human fish. I drew human fish the other day, and it was so cute, bro. I feel like Fish would have a buzz cut, to be honest. Or kind of my hair, where it's all friggin' spiky. Do you think Fish was foreshadowing me right now? Because I've been wearing my hair friggin' spiky lately. Lots of doodles. Something at the bottom where it's like, hi, it's me from the future. Hi, it's me from the future. Hi, it's me from the future. What's the most recent one? Because maybe I have to sign this now. The most recent one was June 6th, 2025. You know what that means? I have to go back and I have to sign it real quick. Hold on. We'll sign this on camera. Right there above it. Here we go. It is January 1st. Not 1st, idiot. 26th. Not the 20th. The 10th. It's the 10th. I don't know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's not my business. It's business time. Oh. I drew this so strange. I usually don't draw like this. Hello? Anyway, probably because it's so tiny. There's my new one. Brushing our teeth. This is my friend's character. I'm still friends with her, actually. I literally dyed her hair the other day, and it was so fun. Yeah. I guess those are her OCs. That was when I first became friends with her, actually. That's so funny. We got some more doodles of Fish. There's a lot of fish in this sketchbook, because Fish is awesome. What does that say? We clawed,
We clawed, we chained our hearts in vain, we jumped, never asking why. We kissed, I fell under your spell of love, no one could deny.
Anyway, we got some Happy Stars. A lot of Happy Stars, actually. I really loved Happy Star at the time. Got Weird Al on here, or Weird Al doodles.
That makes me want to literally smack a crowbar inside your stupid head.
Because that was me, again, this was me hating on my past self, like it wasn't you. Sorry, I love that lyric. Like, this wasn't literally me a year ago. Well, it wasn't a year ago now, it's 5 years ago now. 4, 5, something like that. But why was I hating on myself so bad? Like, girl, that is you. Stop hating on yourself. Maybe this was foreshadowing. Huh. Anyway. We got that, which was, I think that was, what is it? You, my here's a reindeer on your rooftop. That's Christmas at Ground Zero. Sorry, I was wondering if it was The Night Santa Went Crazy or Christmas at Ground Zero. That's Christmas at Ground Zero. We got a lot of spam tin on here. We got lots of spam tin. Yeah, see? There's another one! Right here. Fish, if I made him last year. And then it's fish cussing with a middle finger. That was you. Stop hating yourself, please. That's not healthy. Again, maybe this was foreshadowing. I don't know what it was foreshadowing. Or maybe I do. I don't know. It just feels like foreshadowing for something, but I'm not sure actually. Fish drawn in all my old art styles that I can remember. It's a lot of old art styles actually. I've probably seen like half of these in sketchbooks I've looked through today. I want to look through more, but this video is already 2 hours now? Yeah, 2 hours. So, if we go through any more, this video is literally going to be 5 hours long. Sugar Lops! Sorry, I really like this song. Oh, there's a bunch of red guys I drew. I might have to add on to that now. Hold on, we gotta add on to this. Sorry, like I said, I like doing redraws. Except, I don't want to do like big redraws like we were in those, and those were more recent. And last one in here says it's from beginning of 10th. I'm at middle to end of 10th grade now. So, let's go, twin. I haven't drawn red guy in a while, so I'm a little scared. It's fine.
They drive the ladies crazy. All these bitches checking out my britches, put them in a trance. When I wear track pants, my dungarees make them hungry. They're over the moon when I don pantaloons.
My sugar lumps are two of a kind, sweet and white and highly refined. From my family jewelry, my cannonballs cause a cup of full. Ruffle my tussle. Okay, we're almost done. It's like free chicken soup. It's free chicken soup. Standing on the garden going. I see a girl chicken at a truck. I see a girl chicken at the front of a truck. I see a girl chicken at a truck. The chicken on my rope. Then back to my sugar lumps. And 10th. Or no, just do. This is like mid. Yeah, I say end would be like March and forward. I think this looks really cute actually. I'm proud of this. 10 folks and a frisbee said okay, and I put a sugar lumps and put them up in the display. See, that's cute. And then that's the last one I did right above it. A taste of my sugar lumps, sweet sugar lumps, yeah. There's some more doodles. A taste of my sugar lumps, sweet sugar lumps, yeah. Oh hey, I got watercolor markers on these. I've been actually playing around with watercolor markers lately. I forgot how fun they were. You don't have to be a prostitute. I love this song, bruh. Ooh. I remember my friend drew these. Anyway, this is like the only thing I actually like fully colored in here. Which, I remember doing this on the bus to a field trip. My pants are too tight. So I remember it was so hard to draw while the bus was moving. Futurama. Watching Futurama in 7th grade was like, I feel like that started a new era of my life, was watching Futurama for the first time. Had the fattest crush on Bender. I didn't draw that. I'm just saying, I'm not saying I don't still like Bender. He's, like Bender. He's my favorite still, I think. You don't have to be a prostitute. No. See, it's so strange seeing my old art, because look at that head. That's so strange. See, like the last head I drew, hold on, I'm gonna pull out my cellular device, because I don't want to get my sketchbook out right now. Like, the last head I drew that was cartoony like that was, actually there's a few, hold on. We're gonna show you my art. Like, okay, hold on. Okay, these were based off real people. That still counts. See, okay, that's Viago and Vladislav from What We Do in the Shadows. But you see what I mean? Like, it's And then this one sucks. I really hate this one. But it's like my old gotcha character. God, that looks so shit. I'm sorry. God. The coloring's cute. And then, yeah, there's Brett from Blood of the Concords. I like the vampire one. Sorry, this is me just showing my art now. And then there's Jermaine. Yeah. But I don't really draw like that. But I've been, like, experimenting lately, and it's so fun to draw on GB like that. Anyway. A prostitute. No. Lots of doodles. Ooh. You don't have to be a prostitute. More doodles. Like I said, this whole sketchbook's doodles. I don't even know how to, like, do more commentary on these, to be honest. More doodles. More doodles. Oh, God, sorry. Excuse me. Storyboards for, what was that, Canadian Idiot?
Don't wanna be a Canadian idiot. We'll figure out the temperature in Celsius. See the map, they're hovering right over us. Tell you the truth, it makes me kinda nervous.
And then it like skips, and then it goes to,
It's gonna be there all up to something. So quit before they see you come in. Time for a preemptive strike.
Yeah. Street. You know why you did. You walk back across the street. Tomorrow sees. My art was so strange back then. But I feel like drawing like this was very crucial to how I draw now. Anyway. That was like Fish's room, I think. And then there's Fish's cat, Webski! I love Webski. Hey, city. More doodles. And then something I never finished, which was like supposed to be trippy. I think it was based off of Everything You Know Is Wrong, which I don't know if I was okay at the time, because that facial expression. I hope I was okay. Hidden messages, questions, answers, fetishes. You know you're not in high finance, considering secondhand underpants. Anyway, more fish. Lots of fish. Lemons on my balls. Oh my gosh, oomph drew that. That's so cute. Lots of doodles, as I was saying. I feel like I should, like, tell more stories like I was in the first sketchbook, but I forgot what happened in 7th grade, to be honest. I'm gonna try and thinking. I'm gonna try and look back in my brain so I can tell some stories while I look through here. I've, like, already told you my whole life story. I can't even remember what happened in 7th grade, to be honest. 7th grade, only thing I can remember was getting bullied a lot. Cause I was very strange. By strange I mean I was quiet and I didn't talk to anyone and I just drew all the time. Which I still do that. Believe it or not, for how long I've been talking now. I'm actually, I don't talk a lot in person unless I know them. So yeah. But I like talking about, my stuff. So yeah, that's a cute little comic I did. I kind of like the shading on that, or I guess the hatching. 7th grade was a strange time. I was really obsessed with Weird Al Yankovic at the time. I got to see him live for my 13th birthday, which was pretty awesome. We were in the nosebleeds, but it's okay, because it was still awesome. It's Weird Al, come on. Which I swear he's, like, allergic to Oklahoma, because, he's doing his 2nd tour right now, and he's going, like, everywhere but Oklahoma, and I'm like, what the hell, dude? Sorry I didn't go see you last year, because Aquabats came to Oklahoma City for once, which I've been praying for the past how many years now? A while. I saw them in Dallas in 2024, which was pretty fun. It was my first time seeing them. They were really good. Hey, I can rant about, not rant, I can talk about when I saw the Aquabats last year now. There, I found something to talk about. It's just some Futurama doodles. Yeah. That show was really awesome. If you are a fan of the Aquabats and you haven't seen them, I'm just telling you, it, like, changes your life. Like, I saw the Aquabats and Aquabats took over my life for like 2 months after that. Like, my brain was Aquabats build. I was wearing like this really cool patch hat I made. It had like Ween and Dead Milkman and Real Big Fish and the Aquabats on it. And someone, like a girl my age, complimented it, and I was like, ah! And she was dressed up as Martian Girl. It was so cool. I wonder, my biggest regret is not asking for any of her social medias, because she complimented my Ween patch. I don't know anyone my age in my town who knows what Ween is. I've met 2 or 3 older people who know what Ween is, and we're like, oh my gosh, love your Boognish on your t-shirt. I love Ween. I've seen them live before. And I was like, no way, I love Ween. But that's like the only times. But like, I've never met anyone my age who knows what Ween is. Or at least they don't know what Ween is before I told them what Ween was. Anyway, yeah, more Futurama. Ween went on hiatus the day after my birthday, the day after my, 15th birthday, and they were like, happy birthday, Lou, we're not gonna be touring anymore. I just hope we at least get like a Mollusker Quebec repress, please. I got Chocolate and Cheese on vinyl and Shinola the last time I went to the record store on Record Store Day. I was looking for Big Lizard in my backyard by the Dead Milkman, because that's like a top 5 album for me. But I guess they sold out literally like an hour before me and my dad went, and we were like, god damn it, dude. Because he was also looking for it. He introduced me to the Dead Milkman. Well, he didn't introduce me, his old CDs did. It was 2024. I have just been given a big old box of old CDs. I'll go through it, and I find Big Lizard in my backyard by the Dead Milkman. And I was like, oh my gosh, this album art is so cute. I should listen to this. And then I went down the Dead Milkman pipeline, and I love them now, bro. I love the Dead Milkman. Hippopotamus, mother is a bottomless. This was Fish Lore, I guess. I'm trying to remember what song this was for. Because I used to write, like, little words next to them to, like, imply when it was happening. When is this? Gets up for... Was this What Will Happen Will Happen? Was this What Will Happen Will Happen? I can't tell. Yeah, this is What Will Happen Will Happen, because this one says, I'm totally mad. Essentially, the old Fish Lore was this guy right here. He accidentally kills this guy, and essentially the guy's soul is now haunting him because he feels guilt about it. It was like, I think I was still in my Little Shop of Horrors obsession, which I still am, but this was like right after I watched it, I guess, or like a year after I watched it. It was still fresh in my brain. But yeah, essentially that guy's soul is now haunting him, and this was essentially lore, how it was like, I guess like a nightmare about the guy he killed or something. I don't know. Something like that.
Why, 'cause I rap about reality, like me and my grandma drinking a cup of tea. There ain't no party like my nasty party.
Yeah, there's Ida from the Owl House. I couldn't finish season 2. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't able to finish the Owl House. I was obsessed with season 1 when it came out. You could tell from the first sketchbook. But, I don't know, season 2 didn't really stick for me. I think I'm more for, like, you know how season 1 was, where it was kind of mostly filler? I like shows like that. Like, when I was little, I liked the Steven Universe filler episodes, okay? Sorry, not sorry. I like the episodes Say Uncle. I'm sorry. I like Uncle, Grandpa, and Breadwinners, and Clarence. As you could tell in the other drawing where Clarence was a plushie and he looked like a baby, and that was kind of funny. Anyway. More fish. La, 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 la. Got some math on this page. I realize I think drawing during math class is why I was failing. Because I haven't drawn in math class for the past 2 years now, and I've been passing, so. He's not my friend, he's not my friend. We got another. I think this was a storyboard for Istanbul, not Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. I think this was when I first got into They Might Be Giants. And then that was me realizing that They Might Be Giants has actually been with me my whole life. Like, my mom was a They Might Be Giants fan. Mickey Mouse, Coraline, Just Dance. They had Istanbul, not Constantinople, and Just Dance. Yeah. So, yeah, that was me realizing they've actually they're not new for me. Anyway, HFJ, this was a Birdhouse in Your Soul animatic to HFJ1, which is, that one person did a animation to HFJ and Birdhouse in Your Soul were literally locked in. I also thought Birdhouse in Your Soul was a very HFJ1 coded song, but that animation's really cool. I don't know if you've seen it, you should check it out. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember it was airy and it was really cool. So yeah. I remember these. I remember drawing these in band class when we had a substitute. Yeah. Damn. Sorry, the stippling on that's like crazy. How did I lock in that hard on that stippling? Gosh. Hello. Oh, it says I was overwhelmed. That might have been why. More fish stuff. We got that line from that one Futurama episode, Hell is Other Robots. Hell is Other Robots is my favorite Futurama episode ever. Anyway,
Hey, Bender's gonna make some noise with your hard drive scratched by the Beastie Boys. That's what you get on level 5.
I freaking love Hell is Other Robots. Oh my gosh. Earlier last year, I met Billy West. And it was actually really awkward because he was really awkward and I was really awkward and I didn't know what to say and I was really nervous. I was there with my friend Y. And she already met Billy West because she got to the Comic-Con before me. Billy West had no line. So there was no build-up. It was literally, I walked in, and then I went up to Billy West. You know how scary that is? That is scary! I've looked up to this man for how many years? A while. Anyway, I wanted to talk to him about Futurama. But of course, as soon as I got up there, I got really scared and nervous. And, yeah. But I got my Bender plushie signed by him. Hold on. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, I got my Bender signed by him, which is really funny that I got my Bender signed by Billy West, and not a Fry or like Zoidberg, but I think what my plan was to get the Fry one, and then get that one signed by John DiMaggio, so they're like a pair, you know, and it'd be cutesy. But yeah, I love this Bender. But now it's more special because Fry's voice actor has signed him. I bought this Bender when I first got into Futurama. It's like one of those old ones from 2016, yeah. I love these. These are so cute. And it was like the cheapest one I could find because people were selling them for $70 and I got that one for like $15 on Amazon and I was like, freaking score! What? Anyway. More doodles. Barbara. Here we go. We got a storyboard for Switzerland by Lemon Demon. Which is pretty cool. She checking out my buns. This was when school was like randomly on lockdown. For like 3 hours after school was out. It was literally like 6 p.m. when we got out of school. I didn't have a phone. It was horrifying. There was like a man in the area who like had a gun and it was like, I'm gonna die in here. It would be terrible to die in a middle school. Oh god. That's like double hell right there. Anyway, red guy. That's kind of cute, red guy. There's like a clown cat named Bozo, I guess, or something. I don't know. We got cake again. Yeah. Another Bozo, I guess. Hey, this is so funny. It fits with the music in the background. Control me outside me. Some more doodles. There's like a comic at the bottom that's about how to draw comic book characters always sexualize women so bad for some reason. Which, that is true. Why are all the men all covered up and then we get to the women and you can see their tatas hanging out? This might be misogyny, guys. Just maybe. Anyway, got some kitty cats. Oh, hey, here's another thing that I did. This is actually really cute. I want to do another thing like this. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot there used to be a difference between these two. The human one was named Alfred, and then like the object show version was named Fish. But since I'm not into object shows anymore, they're both just named Fish now. Fish, like the little object show version now, is just like a little mini version that I like to draw with my friend Y's character Sam. So yeah. There's a dead end OC, which was, what was his name? Fingers? Like the demon guy who was British and he was like, oh ho 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 ho, I'm the butler, or something. This was his long lost cousin Toes. He was the opposite. He was a southern, Republican, it looks like. Yeah. I think he's based off of people in my town. I wonder if he's a foot, because people kind of spell like feet here. Anyway. More fish. Skitty. Unlike the resting my comrades would eat. That was my friend's OC. Then we got another storyboard, which was another birdhouse in your soul animatic. Which I remember this on my other account, FishFrenzy09. I actually was gonna do the line art on paper, and I got like halfway through, and then I was like, I'm not doing this. This is torture. But I did animate this actually, or at least I got the sketch down, and it was really sick. Sometimes I miss my motivation I had to animate when I was 12, but I cannot animate for the life of me anymore. I mean, I probably could, I just lose motivation really fast. I just prefer drawing now. Which is another reason why I'm going to cosmetology instead of animation. And more OCs. I'm making meals for my family, trying to make it delicious, trying to make it nutritious, make wonderful dishes. That was another OC I had. She was like a cloud lady. Her outfit's low-key is fire, bro. Hello? She's cute.
I feel like a prize asshole. No one even mentions my casserole.
Anyway. More doodles.
More doodles.
Oh, hey. There's something my friend drew. Right there. That's cute. Oh my gosh, she drew me the other day. Hold on. I took a photo on my camera. Where the freak is that at?
I got feelings.
Hello? Ceiling reveal. Where the flip is my camera at? Dang, where'd it go? Okay, well my camera's somewhere. I think I have a photo on my phone of it. I have a better photo on my camera though, but I guess you're gonna have to get a crappy photo, I'm sorry. Look how cute that is. That is so cute! That's of me in my green big old glasses. Sorry, it looks weird putting on glasses now that I haven't been wearing them for the past day, maybe. Anyway, more doodles. I got hurt feelings. I love lice. That was a joke. I didn't ship Liam and Bryce. I don't know why, but I hated that ship. I think it was because I shipped Bryce and, what's her name, Amelia? The candle lady, Senti. I feel like it'd be a cute ship now that I'm looking back on it. Why was I such a hater? Again, I was kind of a hater during this era. More doodles. OC lore stuff at the bottom there. Back when Fish was possessed again. More object show stuff, of course. Lots of object show. More OC stuff. Moonanites! Hey, there's Aqua Teen Hunger Force on this page. My beloved Moonanites. Truth. I love the Moonanites. Oh my gosh, Kiss is not a contract. I love Kiss is not a contract. Kiss is not a contract, but it's very nice. It's very, very nice. Just because you've been exploring my mouth. Whoa. No way, TBH Creature and, by the way, Creature, that's crazy. I haven't seen those things forever. Actually, it's a lie. My mom sent me a gift of the TBH Creature the other day, and it shocked me. Because I was like, how do you know what the TBH Creature is? Hold on. Where is it? I took a screenshot because it took me off guard. I was like, the TBH Creature? Do you know the history I have with that thing? Hold on. I'm sorry, I don't like scrolling on my phone right now. But I gotta find the screenshot because we just saw the TBH creature. I'm not gonna find this, am I? Probably not.
You can buy me a burrito and some beans and rice, but that won't take you into Pan's paradise. They call it a fly because it takes you up to heaven, oh, whoa.
Sorry, I'll sing to stall right now. Gosh, where is this photo? I might not be able to find this. There it is. Found it. My mom sent me it, and I was like, how do you know what the TBH creature is? That's wild. Anyway. Another storyboard. I think this was for, what is it?
Flamingo legs of yellow and green.
Yeah, by Lemon Demon. Sorry, I gotta unbuckle my belt. I'm like dying right now. Okay. I'm not dying anymore. Sorry, my belly was like expanding. And I was like, I'm dying. Anyway, okay. More doodles. Yeah, I think I was definitely going through something because that says nothing is real. Twin, it's okay. I know you're in middle school, it gets better. More doodles. More little doodles. More little anecdotes about my day. And then we got lyrics to haircut.
You want to get your hair cut?
POV, you're watching a PG-13 movie with your parents. Sweating, and it says help. Yeah. I'm 16, almost, I say almost 17, but I'm turning 17 later this year. And I get scared now even watching PG-13 movies with my parents. Because why are they so freaky deaky? Hello? I'm a little nervous right now. Stop doing all that. That is unnecessary. I think I drew that because that was when the Weird Al mockumentary came out. The one with Daniel Radcliffe that was strangely really good. I say strangely, but like, it's Weird Al. It's gonna be good if Weird Al's in it. But, it was really awkward because there's like that long makeout session with Madonna in it or whatever. And then it cuts to them in bed and Weird Al smoking a cigarette so you can tell it happened. And then the whole drug scene trip or whatever. And, you know, that's kind of awkward to watch as a 13-year-old with your parents. Oh yeah, I think all these doodles were when I was 13, by the way. Because it was late 2022. By the stereo. Look, I predicted the healing meme. Because that was drawn after the stupid healing eyes.
There's been a healing.
I've always loved those photos, and then they blew up randomly, and I was like, whoa, hello. I haven't seen that thing since 2022. You're so beautiful. I'm sorry, this video is almost 3 hours long. We're almost to the end, I swear. We got Alfred. We got Blocky. And Shovel. We got Airy and a lot of ways to write Alfred. And Scene Microphone. And there's test tube.
It's 12:02. Just me and you. And 7 other dudes around you on the dance floor.
Anyway. Skitty.
Get in a cab. I'll buy you a kebab. And I can't believe that I'm sharing a kebab with the most beautiful girl I've ever seen with a kebab.
Okay. There's fish.
Why don't we leave? Let's go to my house. We can beat each other up on the couch.
I think this was animatic to Rainwater by Lemon Demon. Like I said, I did a lot of storyboards back then. Okay, I'm not showing this page because it's my name over and over because I guess I was trying to figure out my signature. I say as I probably just flashed y'all. Can't show this page either because it's more signatures. But I can. Wait. Hold on. Now I can show it because, of course, I had to sign it with my full name. Sign this with my full name. Which, I mean, I think it's cute. I like the facial expressions and everything, but the coloring is, whew. Maybe it would have been better if I did the whole thing. Damn it, I might just flash all my name, whatever. I don't think you can tell with this camera. Is my last name on here by chance? Damn it. Sorry, can't show another page, because of course. And another page I can't show, because I put my freaking first and last name on it. And then that's just a scoreboard. Why do I keep putting my full name on my freaking doodle pages? Can I cut that out? Oh, hey, there we go. Now I can show some. Among Us. Back at school. No, I feel you, twin. Damn it. I lost name again. That is the future. There's like an info page on Alfred. Hello, Alfred. Who is now Fish. Yeah, booyah. You can read that if you want. I'm not gonna read all that right now. I've already been reading so much going through these. Just a fat doodle page. Okay. More doodles. I like when I doodle with pen because you can actually see it on camera. It's kind of hard to see the pencil ones, to be honest. At least from what I can tell. I think we're almost to the end, actually. Yeah, look, we got that many pages left. That's not a lot. That's all Lemon Demon lyrics, by the way. All Lemon Demon lyrics, my little fishy guy. And then more doodles. Gosh, my camera cannot focus on pencil marks. We got a Dick Figures OC. Dick Figures return? What? Last time we saw Dick Figures was like an hour ago. The humans are dead. The humans are dead. Okay, more doodles. So that we could have fun. What felt like a sticky note or something? And we got a, oh my gosh, oof, drew that. Got a bowling alley that I dreamed of. We got Bender from Futurama. We got Nerds. Yeah. These are from December 4th. I remember I finished the sketchbook literally on Christmas. So we're getting really close. This is from when I didn't draw this. This was one of my friend's OCs. This was like this strange era where I like abandoned Fish for a while. And that was my son. It was like this fluffy haired guy. Which I understand that. Right now Fish isn't really my Sona. I still draw him, but like my Sona right now is Fancy Pants, which is like me with a unicorn horn, and I love her. But I'm sure I'll go back to Fish. Yeah, and then his name was Felix, cause in middle school I was going through a really, really big identity crisis because it was middle school, and I was going by Felix for a while. So I think this is when I started going by Felix. It's the Futurama, like alien code they got in the backgrounds. I used to have so much fun decoding those little things. You can decode that if you want. I don't know if that says anything. And then, yeah, different stuff. Don't know what that comic says. Me, I hate science class. Me also. I love Futurama so much. Yeah, Fallon, me too, twin. I hate biology so much. Also me. I love Futurama so much. That's like me now. Actually, I really don't mind biology. I just don't understand what's happening in there. I low-key just smile and nod, but then again, I don't pay attention. So, confession. Sorry, biology teacher. Gulp. Can't show this page. Full names on here 3 times. Of course. How about this page? Nope. Okay, we're good. I can show this page. I need to get that pin back, because look how friggin' hello? That ink is like so vibrant, it looks like it's printed on here. I miss doing like sharp outlines like this though. It looks so cool. Like even with my pencil stuff, that looks sick. What? Fully awesome. 13-year-old me was cooking? I think. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a drawing of me. Here's a self-portrait from when I was 13. I feel like that looks more similar to how I look right now. Kinda. It's my impression of it. Minus glasses. How many mother-uckers? Too many to count mother-uckers. There's a lot of Futurama alien symbols on this page, so if you want to translate that, you can, I guess. Oh my gosh, Bender, TBH creature, hello. All I purr, yeah, you know me. Mother good chance to drop this extra feet. Baby, aim it short, focus up the feet. And then that was my Futurama OC. His name was Hexaton, and I shipped him with Bender, because like I said, I had a fat crush on Bender. And this was like a whole page of how to like solve the Futurama codes that you have to like do all the math, you know? I want to learn to do those again. That was really fun. Oh, we're getting really close to the end. I got like 5 pages left. Whoa. Some more doodles of Felix. Well, Felix, I burned the water. How the hell did you burn the water? And then 7th grade, her and my other friend try to kill me at the pep assembly. I will never forget that, bro. Freaking traitors. Trying to kill me? Traitors? SAS, I'm friends with them. They were supposed to come over earlier today, and then they canceled last minute, and I was very sad. So that's another reason why I'm doing this. Yeah, and there they are. As you can tell, I was very obsessed with Futurama. Futurama, like, I don't know. Futurama was a very, time in my life. Oh my gosh, there's another drawing of 13-year-old me, which I feel this one represents what I looked like the most. Like, hold up. When I just turned, how old? 13, I met Tom Kenny, and I feel like that literally looks like how I looked when I met Tom Kenny. Hold on. Do they not have the recently viewed anymore? No? Hello. Okay, hold on. I'll sing again so you can, have some entertainment. Okay, hold on. There's people on the street getting diseases from monkeys. Yeah, that's what I said. They're getting diseases from monkeys. Found it. Like, that one's really accurate, actually. Oh, also there's Tom Kenny. Hold on. There he is. Hi, Tom Kenny. Yeah. I'm wearing my SpongeBob shirt. I love SpongeBob. Anyway. Sam is dead. Looks like a dragon I drew.
Turns out he's dead. And that's why I'm singing why.
And then that was all lyrics from that one Futurama episode, the Hell episode, where it's the...
Oh crap, singing. Mind if I smoke?
How's it go?
Cigars are evil, you won't miss them. You'll find ways to simulate that smell. Rolled up and smoked like a banana here in level 1 of robot hell.
I was really obsessed with that episode.
Gambling's wrong is...
Sorry, I thought I saw someone move.
Gambling's wrong is...
Audrey 2! Audrey 2! Yo! That is like the most 2022 photo you could have like ever, or like the most 2022 drawing. The big ol' spiky mouth on the plant. That's crazy. At the end of your life, you're lucky if you die. Yeah. Some man street I did. Gosh, why do I keep putting my name on these pages? I'm just gonna cover those because I can cover those up there. There's Hank Hill. Really smushed. That fork out of my leg, please. Hey, another self-portrait. Yeah, there's those. I like the one where he's eating the Among Us. We're like at the end. How many pages? Last 2 pages. Okay, here we go. We have the when you eat out of the oven in the cold, you know, that frame. We got a lot of sea slugs. Because I was really obsessed with nudibranches at the time. I still love nudibranches. Okay, I gotta cover my name right here. You can see the L and O. Yeah! Or I'll try to cover it. There we go. Yeah, and then there's the last page, which was Growing Christmas Eve. We did it! Only took us almost 3 hours. Thanks for sticking with me if you're still here. I don't know how many you are, but I appreciate it. Thanks for listening to me ramble for the past 3 hours while I go through my sketchbooks. This is really fun. I really like going through sketchbooks and I really like talking. So I might do another one. I don't know, perhaps. I might. They're fun. So yeah, anyway. Bye.